Hello and welcome to the UK Minifigure Collectors YouTube channel, the only channel to focus primarily on minifigures. Today I wanted to show you these Keshi Surprise She-Ra Princess of Power minifigures released in 2018 by Super 7. So at the time, Keshi Surprise was a new line name and it came as a replacement as Super 7 had just lost the muscle license. It's worth mentioning that when these were dropping, there was a lot of hype building for the new Netflix She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Now as you can see on screen, these are the two different versions, but thankfully Super 7 actually went with the older version. So let's take a look at the actual boxes here. For me personally, the actual artwork was a little disappointing. It's that familiar pop look, giant head, small body, and I just think it doesn't work. Now again, they use the same sort of style artwork on the side of the box for the actual checklist, and then on the back of the box, 4 colour variants, 6 different figures, so 24 makes the master set. Now inside each box you'd get one of these sealed black bags, so obviously you couldn't see the minifigure. Then you get one of these holographic stickers inside the black bag, along with the actual figure you're getting, and like you can see, it's a much better sculpt than that horrible pop look. So each figure was actually given their own holographic sticker, which was really cool. Now I'm a big fan of that holographic design. Now this photo was donated by Cloning007 on Instagram, who was just helping out with this video. So first up we've got She-Ra, Princess of Power. Now I'm sure you've already realised it's got that very recent sort of sculpt look. As with all Super 7, Keshi Surprise and muscle designs, they all seem to have that lack of detail, especially when you look back at the older design of the, say, original muscles. They just lack that quality. Next is Angela, or Queen Angela as she's known. She's the ruler of Brightmoon, one of the last 3 cities of Etheria. Now I'm not going to lie, the sculpts do go downhill from here. There's probably one more standout sculpt for me, but they just kind of look a little bit cheap, I suppose, and that's not what you really wanted with this line. You wanted some higher detail. Next we've got Castaspella, the Queen of Mysticore. Now one thing I will say about this, the material is absolutely spot on. For a modern day sort of PVC, this is actually really cool stuff. I mean, it's very durable. You do get a little bit of flex in the arms and things. It works really well. It's just a shame they didn't get the detail right on them. Next is Catra, sworn enemy of Adora. When Adora left to become She-Ra, Catra was the replacement for Adora as the next Force Captain. But this one I think is sculpted pretty well. Considering the actual emblem on the front of the chest, I think it's been sculpted really well in there, and the hands as well. Everything seems to work on this figure. Next up is Frosta. She was the queen from the Kingdom of Snows. Now I don't mind this sculpt, it's a really nice one, and it reminds me a lot of one of the minifigures from the DC superheroes from Wendy's. Now I'm just thinking, with Masters of the Universe, the details were in the weapons and the colours, so if you take the colour and put it into a monocolour figure, you are going to lose the detail. And lastly we have Glimmer, Princess of Brightmoon and daughter of Queen Angela. Now I don't really mind this sculpt, it has got a little bit of detail. It's not overly detailed, but it's just enough. I do like the addition of the scepter though, that's a nice touch for these minifigures. But yeah, the quality is just not there on 90% of these figures. Let's be completely honest. Now I did mention before that there was 4 different colours. Now I only have the pink and the 2 blue. But there is also a translucent orange with a glitter inside. And then there's this purple one. But I'm so glad I didn't get that burnt orange one. So thinking about size, they're actually the same size as a muscle figure or a real Ghostbusters ghost, for instance. A really good size. One of the reasons that I think this line didn't do so well is the lack of depth in characters. Don't get me wrong, I love the Princesses of Power and it was one of my favourite cartoons growing up. But every character looks the same in the actual figure line. They're all very similar. And when you look at the characters that they could have drawn from, Bo, Madame Raz, Cowl, Lilu, Seahawk, that would have given it so much more depth and so much more popularity. Now I'd love to hear what other people think of this line. Is it something you'd consider collecting yourself? Is it something that you've actually collected yourself? Please leave a message down in the comments below the video. I'd love to hear from you. And with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like, and I hope to catch you all again next time.